What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another update as we look ahead to the game tomorrow against Nottingham Forest. Pre-recorded video today, people, and we're going to have a quick look through what Arteta said in the press conference. I'll be back tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. For a 12:30 p.m. kickoff, Arsenal against Forest. So make sure you're locked in for the watch along, and big up to everybody who tuned in for the member stream the other day. Well over 2 hours, brilliant discussion, lots of different opinions, which is what football is all about. And we did say this week 100k stream, OGs and member stream. We only got the member stream done. 100k stream will be next week. OGs will be next week as well. So 1 out of 3 is what we manage, people. But hey, let's get back down to business tomorrow, people, and that is Arsenal against Forest at the Emirates. There's a lot of things around this game, a lot of reasons to watch this game for both teams. Obviously, Forest this week got rid of their manager, Nuno Espirito Santo, who's done a fantastic job there. Got them in Europe, but fell out with the owner, fell out with Edu, and they sacked him. And within 12 hours, they'd appointed Ange Postecoglou, the former Tottenham manager. And that's led to a lot of discussion. How are Forest going to set up against Arsenal? Is it high line for life and all of that stuff? As I said, I got a few friends who coach at Forest, and when I spoke to them, they were like, look, I don't see a lot changing this week. I think they will set up pretty defensive and try and hit Arsenal on the break because he's only been at the club for a couple of days. I don't see wholesale changes. So I think this will be a tough game. Forest have got some good players, Hudson-Odoi, Chris Wood, Gibbs White, Elliot Anderson's just got in the England team. So there's dangerous players. Douglas Luiz, of course, has signed there, who we were very closely linked with. So it'd be an interesting game and a tough game. They did lose 3-0 in their last game, but of course the famous new manager bounce that we're always wary of will be something that we have to bear in mind. In terms of Arsenal and the pre-match press conference, no major waffle settings today, people, because we're not going to go through the whole press conference. We're just going to mini waffle, people. The shock news that Mikel Arteta said was that William Saliba is back in training, people. William Saliba is back in training, which is crazy because all the reports were he would be out for 3 to 4 weeks with this ankle injury. And 2 weeks after sustaining the injury, he's back. He's back in training. Now, I have done my ankle before. Look at the top of the hair there. It's just perfect, isn't it? Not a hair out of sight, Mikel. We won't call him Lego Head. Let's be respectful, people. Saliba's back in training. We're set to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. He's returned after 2 weeks. Do you risk him? Do you risk him? Manchester City at home, Newcastle away. The next 2 Premier League games. We've also got a Champions League game this week away in Bilbao. If I was advising, I would say leave him out. Give him a few more days at least. I wouldn't play him personally. You find with that ankle injury, sometimes it's healed, but there's still weakness there. It can go again. I wouldn't risk him. I thought Mosquera did well against Liverpool. Why risk Saliba with such big games coming up? And that's not me underestimating Forest. I think that's the reason we sign players like Mosquera, Hincapié, so that they can play games like this. So I wouldn't play him. In terms of Saka, apparently he's doing individual work, but won't be ready for tomorrow. He was ruled out for 3 to 4 weeks. 3 weeks, I think, was 3 weeks was Man City. 4 weeks was Newcastle. I think that's right, because he got injured the week before. Yeah, he got injured the week before Saliba. So he will be at 3 weeks and 4 weeks for Man City. So I'm sure he'll be hoping that he's available for next week. Again, you've got to be very cautious, especially with a hamstring injury. I would be even more cautious with Saka, maybe even than Saliba's ankle injury, just because of the nature of that kind of problem. He then went on to say that contract talks with Saka and Saliba are very, very good. He says the players want to remain here and are a big part of our history. Now, listen, I've always said with confidence that I believe Saka will sign a new deal. I heard whispers on the tour that Arsenal were going to make him probably the highest paid player at the club, which could get him close to 300 grand a week. Saliba, I mean, again, Curtis Shaw TV, we asked him over there in Singapore. He said, hopefully soon, God willing. And I said, don't mention God unless you're going to make this happen. So from what we're hearing, talks with Saliba are very positive, which would be massive for Arsenal. I actually read today a story saying that Real Madrid's focus next summer is to go for Konate and Upamecano as two centre backs because they're both out of contract next summer. Real Madrid seem to be looking at the free agent market. They obviously got players like Rudiger, Alaba, Trent, Kylian Mbappe, all free agents, big signing on fees. So instead of them maybe spending 70, 80, 90 million on Saliba, which with a year left, you wouldn't get full value from that, they are targeting Konate from Liverpool and Upamecano from Bayern Munich. So maybe Real Madrid's interest in William Saliba has faded a little bit due to the fact that they may be looking at the free agent market, which would play into our hands. It would be amazing if Saka and Saliba sign new deals. Kai Havertz is now walking freely. He can now put weight on his leg. Obviously had the operation. Still didn't really say how long he would be out for. He said it's more weeks than months, but I remember him saying that Tomiyasu was out for weeks. Turned out it was 52 weeks, and then we got rid of him. So, yeah, but Havertz apparently is walking, able to put a little bit of weight on the knee. He obviously had an operation on his knee. We're not so sure really how long he's going to be out for. With Gabriel Jesus, even though his individual work has begun and there's pictures of him on the training ground, he will be out until at least December until he starts training with the group, with the expectation that he won't play a competitive game until the end of December, the beginning of January. Now, I know a lot of people have kind of written off Gabriel Jesus, but I think really Arsenal have got two options in January. If a club wants to buy him, then cool, you sell him. I don't see anybody taking on over £200,000 a week wages on a guy that's just done an ACL injury. I think Jesus could be a good squad player from January till the end of the season, with maybe a thought of moving him on in the summer on a permanent. But Jesus' flexibility to play left wing, right wing striker would be another good squad option. FA Cup games start in January, a lot of football. I think Jesus could, even though I think his long-term future is away from Arsenal, I think for half a season could still be a decent squad player for us. So very interesting there from Arteta in what he had to say. And intriguing with the players coming back. Will Saliba play? He confirmed that he trained with the squad today, people. Not individual work. He trained with the group, which is fascinating. But it'll be interesting. In terms of the starting 11, I think Raya will be in goal. Raya makes his 100th appearance for the club tomorrow. Arteta was saying how he was hammered by the press when Ramsdale was let go for Raya and how well it's worked out. Fair play to him. Back four. The other news, by the way, that wasn't mentioned there is that Norgard and Ben White were back in full training today, which was great. And also Leandro Trossard as well. Obviously, Trossard's been around the squad and been on the bench, but he's had a few little problems. But Ben White and Norgard trained with the squad as well. I'm just sort of thinking of a starting 11 for the game against Forest. I mean, Raya in goal, Timber at right back. I think Calafiori will play at left back. Mosquera and Gabriel at centre back unless Arteta pushes Saliba into the fold. The midfield, Zubimendi, Rice, Odegaard, I think will be the midfield three. Odegaard got 2 assists and a goal in midweek. Although it was Moldova, I think I might have got a goal and an assist in that game. Madueke will play on the right. Eze has to start on the left. Yes, I would like to see Eze playing central attacking midfield, but it's not going to happen. And then Victor Gyökeres up front. I just wonder if Arteta's going to get caught up in this Marino hat-trick that he scored for Spain and try and play him again. Maybe in midfield, maybe up front. Who knows? I mean, I wouldn't do it. Marino plays a lot different for Spain than how he plays for Arsenal. So I think Eze will start definitely, and Gyökeres needs to start. This is another game. Listen, he went and played 2 games for Sweden. That match sharpness will be coming back to him. So looking forward to seeing Gyökeres play. Big up to everyone. Get in the comments about anything we've spoken about today. Hit the like button and subscribe. 11:30 a.m. tomorrow, Saturday morning. Forest against Arsenal, the Curtis Shaw derby. Looking forward to it. And hopefully we go 3-point collecting. Big up to everyone. Enjoy your Friday. I'll see you all soon, people. Bless.